Hey guys, it's Inka. I love making food in the kitchen, but I also love eating out. Right now, a lot of restaurants are actually pivoting to takeout, and there's a lot of unique takeouts, especially in New York City. I am here to kind of explore that a little bit. Last week, we featured a very beautiful, also very expensive sushi takeout, which was an amazing experience. In this episode, we will be trying out a very special Korean barbecue kit from one of our favorite Korean steakhouses. It is called the Butcher's Feast, so you know it's gonna be incredible. Korean barbecue is something that is so communal. The experience of eating out with friends and family. I'm really interested in seeing how they're sort of translating that experience into this takeout phenomenon. First things first, I am going to get me a box online. National shipping. Here we go. The original Butcher's Feast for four, but you know, I can eat a lot. Ooh, look at that. I'm like salivating already. Add this to cart and we're gonna check out. Alvin's also here. He will be helping shoot.
We're gonna go ahead and pick up and have a quick chat with Simon and David to learn more about the box.
Great.
Welcome to Korean Steakhouse.
So good to have you.
Very excited to be here. I've been here before. Really enjoyed my meal here, but I'm here today because I heard about the Butcher's Feast. Can you tell me a little bit about how that came about?
Butcher's Feast came from a simple place. I love steak. I love going to steakhouses. And when I go, I'm torn. I can't choose. So I was like, you know what? Don't choose. And that's what Butcher's Feast is.
Variety of our cuts with different types of pickles and our samjang sauce, which is our dipping sauce made out of soybean paste as a base.
Sam means to wrap, jang means sauce. It's kind of like Korean Parmesan cheese.
You get to taste all different flavors, texture, funk. Start with USDA prime, wet aged. We go into the dry aged, a selection of our American Wagyu, pack in our COTE steak, which is, you know, our signature cut, finish with our marinated short rib, which we call meat candy.
Meat candy?
Yeah. There's not a lot of sweet steaks because normally people don't associate steak with sweetness. But here, you know, with a lot of the soy, fruit juices that goes into marinade, the burnt ends are really like caramelized because there's a lot of sugar from the marinades. We use a little bit more of a knife technique to fan out the beef. The marinade seeps into the beef very well.
There's this thing called diamond cut that you do?
We call it the diamond cut because if you do it correctly, the beef kind of stretches like an accordion.
You know how like there's like that styrofoam covering around the fruit?
Yeah, exactly. This is the bone-in short rib. We want to focus on the quality of the beef, so we take it off the bone, and once it comes down to here, you just cut the meat off the bone. It's simple yet difficult because you have to clean off all the silver skin that's on the rib. After it's cut, this is what it kind of looks like. From here, we can just cut it down the middle, and then we slice it in half so that it's not a very thick cut of beef, a little bit thinner. And what we do is cut straight down, but not cutting the beef all the way down, but just enough to leave it contact. Flip it over, and we do it the same way. And if you do it correctly, it should stretch, you know, like literally like double in size. Little diamond shapes in between.
I'm gonna
work on practice it here and then see how it goes.
I wanted to talk about this funk. Over here you have a dry age locker. How long do you kind of dry age it for?
I think 45 for us is like the spot where people really appreciate the flavor of the beef and the dry aging process. I think every dry house has a different taste. Our room is our funk.
And also dry aging it yourself in-house, you can kind of control
We can control
right?
it for sure. You know, temperature and humidity, hit the sweet spot where it's, you know, perfect environment for the beef to age.
What exactly does dry aging do to the meat?
It's like creating natural MSG, like cheese.
Ooh, natural MSG.
You age it because you want all the moisture that is unnecessary to leave, which hence tenderizes the beef and it concentrates the flavor.
Ooh.
At the same time, we lose a lot of beef. The loss that we get is about 30% per big rack. When you portion them, you won't be able to get your knife through these bones. But since we're using a saw, if you were to compare the wet age to the dry age, even if you're cutting it, you can definitely tell the difference. All the ones that we just cut, this will be trimmed away and then scored off to be packed as the fat for the pack. That funk and that like umami is just naturally developing.
I'm excited for that like buttery, funky taste.
It's really nice.
Korean barbecue is so focused on like the interaction. How do you envision this kit kind of recreating that experience for us at home?
We really try our best to bring the best of both worlds. The fun and fire of Korean barbecue, mix that with just American Regal Steakhouse.
It's all about creating the right spread. We provide with the ingredient. You get to choose and pick which way you want to eat. That's the fun part.
It's like encouraging people to be a lot more creative.
The best part of it is being able to do it in front of your friends and family.
I love what you said about like the communal aspects. That's something I think we miss the most about eating out, but now you're like giving us a chance to do that with family and friends. Is there anything specific about the packaging?
When I was a kid, receiving like a Christmas box, inside is a PlayStation 1. Oh my God, that was like the most exciting thing. That was the emotion that we really wanted to create.
To me, it really does look like a gift. There's even a crossword puzzle.
There are. We actually made a pretty amazing instruction, pretty foolproof.
You guys also have like a huge drink list. What should I pair this with?
The formula is pretty simple. It's meat plus fire plus booze equals smile.
The question is, do you want to party or do you want to enjoy dinner? If you want to party, I think you should just go get some soju and beer and make bombs all night. But if you want to enjoy dinner, I always like drinking rosé. I think it's more versatile to be able to drink with that one wine with the whole spectrum of the meat.
That's a great tip. I don't know if I'm gonna party. Maybe I will party, maybe I'll have both. But I'm excited to go home and test this out. Hopefully I do it justice.
I think you'll be fine.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you so much for having me.
Alrighty. I have my beautiful Butcher's Feast box over here. You can instantly feel how cold it is. There's those pamphlets. Here's that crossword puzzle. I'm very, very excited about this. This is how you get lit with a crossword. Lettuce, Colby, coat steak, the ribeye, hanger steak, cardboard, the pickles, samjang sauce, 3-blend salt. Oh, my beef fat, dry-aged beef fat. I have everything here right now in front of me. I'm gonna reset the table, wash my hands, get the meat out. Give me a moment while I set up. Here we are. I have a beautiful spread in front of me. I am gonna use this as my guide because it has beautiful instructions in here that I think will be very useful. I love this. This is so cute. And everything is numbered. Step number 1. I love being able to follow instructions. Instruction manuals are so great. USDA prime hanger steak, juicy and robust. We're just gonna use this beautiful chunk of beef fat here. There's a lot of fat that comes from the dry aged ribeye. This is kind of how they repurpose it. We're gonna go ahead and just, you hear that? I'm gonna leave it, let it sit for a little bit. While we wait for the fat, should we work on the crossword puzzle? I love this. Even if you order this and eat it by yourself, you can still have a lot of fun. I wanted to finish this before I got this. That's why I'm trying to work really hard right now. And I finished it! Yay! It's about time. I'm gonna start with the hanger steak. This has been tempering for a while.
Even when I cook steak at home, I try to, we call it tempering the meat, taking it out of the fridge a little bit earlier. It's easier for you to hit that medium rare or medium or desired temperature.
Oh yeah, season.
Seasoning well is very important, which will also help you give a nice crust. Especially, I think, at home, people are a little afraid of seasoning. A lot of that's gonna fall off as you cook over the grill.
Generously, he said. That was a generous amount of seasoning. It already smells like Korean barbecue. If I close my eyes, I can hear it. The sounds of the meat being grilled. I mean, it is literally being grilled. The sounds of people eating together. Oh, it smells so good. And then your clothes smell like Korean barbecue. I also think cooking the meat yourself is really nice. So this is why I'm really enjoying this experience. Yay, we're gonna rest this. I was excited about sushi, but like Korean barbecue, mwah. Ugh, one of the best meals you could ever have. We're gonna put the fat back in. It says here that you have to rest your steak at least 5 minutes before slicing and serving. Most torturous period, but it does help lock in the juices, because if I cut it right now, all the juiciness is not gonna be there. We should continue and cook the ribeye. That beautiful boy. We're gonna season it again. The funk. This is the funk. Your home can also smell this good. Now I'm going to pick it up and sear off the fat on the sides. It is beautiful. We're gonna place it on here. My time to shine is temporarily over. Alvin, it is your show. Thank you, Alvin. I'm gonna start with the hanger steak. Grab a piece. What did David say? The perfect bite is
lettuce, sesame leaf, a little bit of samjang on the bottom, and a pickled icon.
just one.
Just one. If you like pickles, you can go and munch on a little more.
Piece of lettuce, a nice smear of samjang. Gonna add in my piece of meat. Should I put another slice in? Yeah. One pickle. Pickled daikon, which is my favorite. Time to eat. It's like Simba. It looks so good. Here we go, here we go. Wrap it up. I think that was a little too greedy. Extremely tender, cooked just right in terms of it being not too medium, not too rare. And also that combination, I just want to talk about the samjang. It's a classic dipping sauce for Korean barbecue. There's like onions in there and like along with other spices, also the soybean paste. Like I can see why you would want to go in for double. That was amazing, beautiful start. No more big bites like that. In order to achieve happiness, I must acquire a drink. So, shall we have some wine in here? All right, I've got my wine. We're ready. Start off with a slice of dry-aged ribeye. It is very, very fatty. There was so much fat on the dry-aged ribeye that like when you put it in your mouth, it is that like explosion of umami. Look at the shine, can you see it? It's like basically bathing in its own greasiness. I feel like I just put on lip gloss. There's like a little bit of a funk, but it's almost gone at this point. I feel like instead I get that like concentrated beefy flavor. Gonna add the samjang in here. One slice of the dry-aged ribeye, cauliflower, which is one of their classics. Here we go. It's very good. Oh my God. The fermented vegetables really help cut it so it doesn't feel as greasy anymore. Oh my God, dry-aged beef in Korean barbecue is just amazing. I'm gonna hold off for now. In Korean barbecue, this is the part where we kind of chat and drink a little, digest, and continue cooking. Shall we continue? I think we shall continue. Moving on. Next up is the COTE steak. Has incredible marbling. Cook this cut on all 4 sides for more structure and texture. It's already forming a crust. I feel like at a Korean barbecue, I always just get so fascinated with just staring at the meat cook, like right now. It's not Korean barbecue if your hair doesn't smell like Korean barbecue. Oh, yeah. I feel like over here, we're used to having people cook it for us, but honestly, growing up, the Korean barbecues I went to, we had to cook our steaks ourselves. So this is very nostalgic for me in a way. Oh, look at that! Alvin's telling me he's doing this, so that means that I need to continue flipping it, or he's calling me crazy. The best part about a Korean barbecue is that you can watch your food being cooked in front of you. The worst part is the waiting. This is why eating with friends is nice, because then it doesn't feel like you're just trying to kill time. Look at it. Oh yeah. While this is resting, I'm gonna cook the amazing diamond cut kalbi. This is my favorite cut. I love marinated meat. It's usually very, very tender, and it's just so flavorful because it's been sitting in that marinade for so long. Very excited. I love this diamond cut, but it is also very fragile. Here we go. Holy moly, I don't want to burn the sugar. I'm just flipping it. The diamond cut also really makes it much thinner. Oh, it smells so good. This is the smell of Korean barbecue. That like sweet and savory flavor with like hints of, God, I got too excited. The brown bits, that's it caramelizing right there. Look at this, look at this. It's like Rapunzel letting down her hair. Because I want it extra saucy. Woohoo! Every time we get to the kalbi, that's when my stomach is just like, reset. We're eating everything again.
You want to cook it all the way through. There's no medium rare or medium when you're cooking kalbi because you want it to render itself out a little bit. Once you get that perfect, we call it golden brown and delicious, right? It's one of the perfect bites ever.
Look at that color. Wow. So I'm gonna try a piece just like this. You do get that like crispiness on the outside, but again, it's like tender on the inside. It's not as like beefy flavor as the dry aged ribeye. Oh, it's so great. I ate that just by itself, but I just know this is gonna taste so good with a pickle. So I'm gonna eat it with the fennel, a dollop. The fennel is super crunchy. The texture of it is very similar to like celery, but the pickledness of it is like vinegary. It complements it so well. I think usually with like, when I go to steakhouses, the heaviness of the side dishes kind of overwhelm the cut of the meat. But here, this is actually what helps me keep eating. Best part, the kalbi. I know I said I was gonna go for 2, but I love kalbi. I haven't tried the pickled cucumbers yet, so I'm gonna add that. We're gonna go right for it. Beautiful lettuce bite. It cuts right through. It is an explosion of flavor. I'm not kidding. The moment you put it in your mouth, it's like fireworks. The moment you bite into it, you taste all the marinade that like went into, like almost seeped into the meat. Because of the diamond cut, I think the meat is just like, again, so tender. This is amazing. This really does make me feel like I'm outside enjoying Korean barbecue. Minus the friends factor. I get all the amazing side dishes. I get this amazing samjang, the quality of the meat, the hair smelling like K-BBQ component. I had a lot of fun. I got really excited. It gave me that experience even though I'm not able to step outside. Thank you, COTE. Cannot wait for the next experience and we will see you then.